fires.
Mm-hmm.
He addressed the jury and basically mansplained what hearsay is.
Oh, thank you, sir.
He mansplained hearsay by quoting the fucking Bible at them.
Okay.
Now, I almost understand the mansplaining part because he's a judge, so he really has to make sure people understand shit. But what happened to separation of church and state? Like, all the people that are okay with him quoting the Bible to explain something to a jury in the middle of a trial, would you be okay if someone quoted the Quran? Like...
Well, they swear on the Bible.
I understand, but there has to be a separation of church and state. He cannot invoke a religion to sway a jury or explain something to a jury in any way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
He was repeatedly hostile to the prosecutor. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. When we get done, I'm going to pull up videos for you.
Okay.
He's basically berating this prosecutor. Never has anything bad to say to the defense attorney, but the prosecutor, he's yelling at him. He cuts him off mid-sentence. He's like dismissing all the shit that he says. It's wild. His fucking phone rang in the middle of the trial.
Come on, dude.
Not only did his phone ring, but his ringtone was God Bless America.
Oh, God, dude.
He can't fucking put his phone on vibrate? Or do you need your fucking phone out there while you are supposed to be judging? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
And he's 75 years old. This isn't his first rodeo.
Uh-huh.
He's fucking been around the block a few times, but he still has his fucking cell phone. They also caught him reading a holiday cookie order catalog in the middle of the trial.
In the middle of the trial?
Yes, you can see it. He has a fucking cookie catalog in his hand and he's flipping pages. I don't know if he was trying to play it off like I'm looking at evidence or something.
Yeah.
Or if he just doesn't give two fucks. But he's looking at a cookie catalog. 100%. And it looks like the kind that the Girl Scouts, like...
give out or something.
Then on Veterans Day, he asked the jury, was anyone a veteran? Then the Dr. Black, remember the use of force expert?
Uh-huh.
He said, I am. And he made the fucking jury clap for him.
Okay.
It's just out of pocket. I'm not saying he did anything wrong necessarily, but it's not professional.
No, not at all.
It's way fucking weird, and this is a high stakes, the fucking world is watching trial, and you are acting way out of your lane, sir.
Yeah.
Then, whenever he was having the jury watch the video of the shootings, the ones that I described, he made them watch on a tiny screen.
So you can't make anything out.
No, and it was the defense's idea to watch it on a tiny screen.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the reason why was because when something is shot on an Apple device, and this is literally what they said, I swear I'm not like paraphrasing, if you zoom in, the device distorts the footage using artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? I understand when you zoom in, it distorts it, but what does using artificial intelligence...
Yeah.
Like Apple purposely tries to distort it using AI technology?
Maybe it fills in areas or something.
Fucking Siri gets in there, and she's scrambling shit up.
AI's gonna take over the world.
I agree, but also, fuck this defense, and the judge was like, makes sense. Yeah. No, watch it on this tiny screen. One day, Judge Schroeder announced that it was time for a lunch break. Then, on camera, says, I hope the Asian food that's coming isn't on one of those boats in Long Beach Harbor.
Damn.
The fuck? If it's a joke, it's not even a good one.
No, it's fucking terrible, dude.
What are you doing? And then he made that face that old white men do, like a... Did you see that one? Did you see what I did there? It's It's hard to watch. So yeah, he also has just shown extreme bias towards Kyle. He reminds me, again, he's 75, and I'm not an ageist, but he's just a good old boy.
Yeah.
That looks at Kyle as doing his duty, and it's very obvious that he's biased. So the jury is still currently in deliberation. Like I said, we were going to try to put off the episode so I could have the verdict on here for you, but if you're interested, I'm sure it'll be fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can just look that up. Can I ask you what your opinion is on this case? And do you think that Kyle deserves to be convicted? And if so, what kind of time and for what?
You're going to put me on the spot. I don't like that he was in possession of a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Now, do you think that's his fault? or Dominic Black's fault for buying it for him. Because I feel like every 17-year-old boy might like to get their hands on a gun.
Yeah, so I know people who have been gifted guns that were underage and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't so much have a problem with that because kids can go shooting with a responsible adult and everything, and the gun is just theirs.
See, I disagree. Unless that adult is going to take appropriate action by locking up the gun.
That's what I'm talking about responsible gun owners.
Okay, cool. I thought you meant like if they have it, it's theirs and they can have access to it type shit. Okay,
no,
I agree
it needs to be
that.
locked up.
Agreed.
So I kind of blame Kyle. He didn't need to be going out in public with his firearm that he might think he's well trained on into crowds of people with the sole purpose of the possibility of having to shoot somebody.
Right.
Well, you're not even old enough to be carrying that gun, dude.
So I agree. I think in those terms, I think the adults in his life failed him.
Yeah.
Because I think that he is a lost little boy. Mm-hmm. He's only 17. And this is coming from someone who just has a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old, like we do.
Yeah.
But I would never allow my son to own any type of gun at his age.
No.
And even if we were gun advocates, I would take the proper steps to make sure that he was thoroughly trained if I allowed him to have a gun and that he did not have access to it anytime he wanted, like you said.
Yeah.
She knew he had a gun. She knew it was an AR-15. And she just was like, oh, Lord, you shouldn't have that type, laughing, joking, putting it off.
Yeah.
I also would never allow my child to go down into a potentially violent situation, no matter how fucking patriotic I was or he was.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can positively contribute to this situation.
Right.
Yet you are immediately in harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he was 17, and like I said, we don't have, even though Maddox is bigger than me, I've never had to fully restrain. Maybe she couldn't physically stop him.
Yeah.
But even still, if I couldn't physically stop our son, I'd be right down there with him.
Right.
Walking right fucking behind him, going, oh, he's just a little boy with a fucking gun, don't mind him. I'd be carrying a goddamn sign that says he might have a gun, but he still has a motherfucking bedtime. Like, there's no way I would let him and his
just go out on his own.
Yeah, big boy bravado trying to be someone he's not without me right there next to him. Like, there's no fucking way. So do you think he should be convicted and serve time?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How much time? Do you think he should be convicted of murder?
I can't ever remember the differences between, like, first degree and second degree and third degree and all those different types of stuff.
I don't either. But should he be convicted of the one where it's self-defense, or it was not self-defense, that he...
Yeah, he should be convicted of that.
So you don't think it was self-defense at all?
I feel like he felt like maybe it was self-defense.
Right. That's what I...
But I think his grasp on the situation was not correct.
100%. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like he did think it was life or death because he's 17 years old. Mm-hmm. His life experience does not yield a positive outcome in that situation in any capacity.
Right.
Just a side note, if anybody hears any clacking, we have our mascot, Charlie, our dog, in the studio with us. And now he's getting restless because this episode's been so long. But I don't know. I don't think he should serve a decade. I think he's a kid.
Yeah.
I think he definitely needs to serve some sort of time or punishment. I think the best fucking punishment they could give this kid is you are never allowed to own a gun for the rest of your life.
Right.
If you were ever caught with any type of weapon, it's going to be a felony, because I think that would be a huge blow to him.
Yeah.
As a gun enthusiast.
Absolutely.
I think he should never be allowed to be a cop because he's already shown that in stressful situations he doesn't...
He mishandles firearms.
Right. And I also think that if they don't hand him any type of punishment, he's going to walk away from this feeling even more invincible than he already did.
Like, I got away with it.
He was wearing a shirt that said free as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if this, which I
forgot about that.
I think the jury's going to find him not guilty and say that this was all in self-defense. And I think that there's going to be more protests. And I think that this fucking kid is going to go on a media circuit for the Republican Party. I think that he's going to spin this, if he does get off, as a look at me, I want my 15 minutes of fame, I'm a celebrity, free as fuck type bullshit.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see that happen because he's setting himself up for failure for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's sad.
But like I said, I feel like there are still other people that need to be held accountable. Dominic Black, the guy that gave him the gun, was brought up on charges. I didn't do research to see how that worked out. But he needs to be held accountable. I feel like his mother needs to be held accountable. Yeah. Because she knew of this situation. I feel like that fucking guy that created that Facebook that said, like, dudes, get your fucking guns. Let's go. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He needs to be held accountable. Like, there were so many moving parts and so many things that led to this. And I obviously think that the people who started the fires and the protests need to be accountable. I think the people that broke windows, of course, all of that. But what sucks is that these victims, except for Rosenbaum, that guy can burn in hell, these victims are being overshadowed by this. Yeah. And I truly believe that the last two, not Rosenbaum, were trying to do what they thought was right. They were trying to detain someone they thought shot somebody. Was dangerous. I don't think that they were going to escalate further into violence once they disarmed him. Yeah. I think their sole intention was to detain him until the police arrived. Yeah. And they paid the ultimate price for it.
It's fucking sad.
Yeah. So there's my 13 pages. Wow. That was a lot of talking.
That was a lot of talking. You okay?
No. Listen fucking here to everyone listening to this episode. If I mispronounced something, if I was not grammatically correct, you guys can all suck it because 13 pages unrehearsed talking about it is hard shit to do.
Yeah. You did great.
Thanks. But that's it.
Well, now I'm going to be looking forward to the news coming out about this case.
It's not going to be good.
No, it's probably not.
Yeah, I'll keep everyone updated. I don't think there's any updates in the other cases, but I'll look into those for next time too. But as always, we appreciate you guys. We love you oh so much. Thank you for listening, and cheers to Gigi.
Thanks, y'all.